Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is a bit of an impromptu news video because there's been a couple of items coming out across like Twitter and other social media platforms that I wanted to cover. I was actually planning a completely different video today talking about your controversial Doctor Who opinions, which will probably go out tomorrow now because, yeah, this has come up and I wanted to talk about the news. But before we get into it, if you could do me a teeny little favour and click that subscribe button, feel free. We do regular Doctor Who content here on the channel. We're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so any support would be greatly appreciated. I also have a Twitter and an Instagram if you'd like to follow those. The link will be in the description below. But with that said, let's get into the video. So the thing that kind of spurred me to make this video is that SFX Magazine have revealed their latest cover for December, and on it you will see 60th anniversary coverage for Doctor Who has been confirmed. This is their 360th issue releasing on December 1st. Obviously the main feature is Violent Night, the new Christmas film. We've also got The Witcher Blood Origin, Avatar The Way of the Water, His Dark Materials, The Rig, and then you can see Doctor Who the 60th anniversary celebrations begin, and you can even see, if we can zoom in here, we can see that SFX has their own special 60th Doctor Who logo, implying that Doctor Who is going to be a big part of the issue, at least to me. What coverage we could expect from this magazine remains to be seen, however, we can infer that it's something 60th anniversary related, and this is quite interesting because it offers quite a stark contrast between the way that the Chibnall era handled marketing and the way that this new Russell era handles its marketing. Because SFX Magazine was one of the publishers that struggled to get information on Doctor Who projects and things going forward. I believe it was even the editor of SFX Magazine who said they were struggling to get the information in time to print the magazine for one of their releases. And by contrast now, with the 60th anniversary, Doctor Who is one of their headlining features, getting its own graphic on the magazine, implying that it's going to have some level of exclusives or something like that, even if it's just interviews, you know, something to just keep other magazines in the loop, keep them on board, keep different licensees on board, and yeah, it's just really nice to see Doctor Who getting this bigger coverage. And yeah, you can see I joked here, something tells me SFX won't be struggling with Doctor Who content going forward, which is basically just summarising the exact point I made just now. Character Options have also released a new promo picture of the Regeneration figure set, and I must say, the more I look at the 10th Doctor head sculpt or the 14th Doctor head sculpt, the better I think it personally looks. I know some people have their reservations. I do think it looks better in different images. I think maybe the lighting was just a bit poor on maybe that one image that they chose. But personally, I think this set looks absolutely fantastic, and yeah, they seem to really be pushing it. I'm going to assume, based on previous sales data, that this is almost sold out now, so if you want to get your set, feel free to go to the Character Options website and pick that up. I'll be reviewing it here on the channel because I want to start reviewing the new sets as they come out, as in, you know, about the new era. So, yeah, it looks really nice, and it's really nice to see these guys sort of looking so cool. Next up, this was kind of a big story that hit Twitter earlier on. The Sarah Jane Adventures is returning to BBC iPlayer. The Doctor Who spin-off series from creator Russell T Davies and starring Elizabeth Sladen is back on BBC iPlayer. All 5 series, which sees investigative journalist Sarah Jane Smith, with the help of her adopted son, his friends, and an intelligent supercomputer, combat evil alien forces on Earth, are now available on BBC iPlayer. As well as BBC iPlayer, all episodes of the CBBC spin-off remain available on BritBox, which is now part of ITVX. So yeah, I'm assuming that part of the reason this has moved is obviously not only due to fan outcry, but also because ITVX is kind of merging into a thing, so they thought we might as well include Sarah Jane Adventures on BBC iPlayer as well, have all the spin-offs together. But, and William Who made a really good point in a video that he recently released, so shout-outs to him. If we go back to a few years ago, Russell T Davies made mention of a Doctor Who themed channel, and many people are speculating, could this be, or could this mark, the start of such a venture? And whilst that might sound a bit extravagant, bear in mind that ITVX, their recently launched streaming service, has a fully dedicated channel on the service to Love Island. So, if Love Island could get a channel, Doctor Who should be able to get a channel. I mean, there's more Doctor Who content than there ever has been Love Island content. So, I think it would make sense. And obviously, having now all of the spin-offs, Torchwood, Sarah Jane Adventures, and Klaus all in one place, does sort of lend credence to the idea that they might try something like that in the future, as Russell T Davies has sort of hinted at previously. And finally, I just want to point these out because I think they're really nice. Roy J. Barton, a photographer, has recently taken some new pictures of Tom Baker. I don't think for any particular reason, just, you know, to get some nice new images of the man. And I must say he looks fantastic. This one particularly gives very Doctor Who vibes with the scarf. And I'm not the first person to point this out, but it definitely is worth mentioning that the sort of red and black colour scheme does evoke the Guardians of the Edge from the Paradoctor, that scene where all the classic Doctors are on the cliff edge and they basically interact with 13, which I doubt was intentional, but I think it's just really funny. But yeah, it's just really nice to see Tom Baker in good health and good spirits, you know, all these years later. I wish him the best. It's just nice to see him, you know. Right as rain. But yeah, that wraps up this little news video update thing. Obviously, I wasn't planning on making this, so apologies if it's a little bit slapdash, a little bit, you know, sort of all over the place. I was expecting to do a different video today. But let me know in the comments below what you think. Like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you later.